Good afternoon. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. Let me introduce myself briefly, and then I'm going to turn this program over as quickly as I can. My name is Jill Jaworski, also Jill Jaworski. I am the CFO for the City of Chicago and a proud Polish American. I know that everyone in this room today that has Polish American roots and Polish roots like myself is so proud to be here together. When I was thinking about my opening remarks last night, the only thing that I really wanted to really touch on briefly is just the amazing journey that my family went through coming here to the United States. You know, I am lucky enough to be third generation in this country, and I have been blessed by everything that this country has to offer. But when my great-grandparents came to the United States, they were fleeing poverty, they were fleeing the fear of war in Europe. They brought with them nothing and started over here. They had my Nana and my granddad who were born here, but grew up speaking Polish, got married. Neither one of them was able to finish high school. They grew up in such deep poverty here. But they had 10 kids, and of those 10 kids, 9 of them went on to get college degrees. 6 of them went on to get postgraduate degrees. Those kids grew up, they taught in universities, they owned their own businesses, they were engineers, professors. One of my aunts was the head nurse at the largest pediatric hospital in Las Vegas. Every one of them accomplished incredible things in their lifetimes. Some of them are not with us here today, but they're with us in spirit all the time. I'm not going to tell you how many cousins I have, second cousins, cousins once removed, but the impact that they've had on my life and all my family has been unbelievable. And I wouldn't be here today without them having come here and been able to experience all the blessings of this country. So I am incredibly proud of my heritage. And it's really been a pleasure since coming to the city and meeting Kevin to get to know some of the folks who are in this community here today. My family actually didn't come to Chicago. They came to a small town in Massachusetts, Millville, Mass. It's basically a 100% Polish community. Probably not 100% now, but when they were growing up, everybody went to the same Polish church, everybody got married in the same Polish hall, and everybody went to the same Catholic schools. It was an incredibly tight community. We go back there all the time. Just a wonderful place to have come from. But the Polish community in Chicago is unbelievable. There is nothing like it in the world, and it's just exciting to have so many here today. So let me move on. I'm here to introduce Daniel Pogo. Daniel's long career in public service connects Chicago's robust tradition of civic activism, economic development, environmental action, empowering the arts, and community organizing. He is a son of immigrants. His passion to link people with resources, especially for communities that English is a second language, has been a constant in his wide-ranging career of volunteerism. He's the former executive director of the local Chamber of Commerce in the Chicago Avondale neighborhood. And there, Dan worked not only to utilize the arts as an economic engine to assist local business. He then transitioned to government. He's worked in the offices of 38th Ward Alderman Tim Cullerton, as well as State Senator Rob Martwick, who is here today. Thank you for joining us while he was in the Illinois House. Since 2018, Den has been with the office of Illinois Treasurer Michael Frericks. I'm not sure if he's here today. I know he's at a lot of these events. Working in civic engagement. Dan's work in journalism and communications has consistently been an asset in these roles. He's worked in over 40 political campaigns over the last 20 years, and he serves as vice president of the 38th Ward Democrats. I give you Daniel Pogo.
Witamy. Dzień dobry, that'll work, right? Dzień dobry, that's right. So, one of the interesting things, I saw the Vice Mayor of Chicago is here, Walter Burnett. In the long-standing tradition of that ward, he actually speaks better Polish than I do, right? Just seriously, do you guys ever meet the Secretary of State? I'm talking about Jesse White. He would introduce himself, Jesse Biały. So before I go into that, because that ties into what I wanted to talk about, was The reason why everyone is here is that they are leaders of Polish-American organizations. And so if I were to name every one of you, I would be doing injustice because of the fact that I wouldn't say anything at all. But there are a few that I do want to introduce. So Senator Rob Martwick, without him, this proud Polish-American, I would never be here. Absolutely. One of my other mentors, he's Hungarian, so he's almost Polish, Tom Shepard. Historian Professor Dominik Pasyga. The good working class folks at SEIU local. Wow, this sounds like a rally. I do want to also mention a number of the other elected officials. So Sue Sadlowski-Garza, Alderwoman, thank you. I know that there were a number of other members of the Chicago City Council that RSVP'd. I remember Ruth Cruz, Byron Sigcho Lopez were some, but I don't see them in the office, so they'll probably be here later. I also see that we have here folks from the Polish American Congress, the Polish American Chamber of Commerce. Yes, thank you very much. We have representatives of Senator Tammy Duckworth, Karolina Żaczek. We have Iwona Pszonak, who's with the Polish American Congress. We also have Magda Heron, who serves on the Polish Engagement Council and works for Congresswoman Delia Ramirez. And I'd be remiss if I did not mention the beautiful Polish Highlanders who brought us the music, including President Jan Król, Mr. Bogdan Dola here, who helped organize everything. Thank you, Bogdan. The delicious folks at Kasia's Pierogies and Ideal Pastry. Thank you. The Polish American Association with Eva Prokop. And you might be like, what is this bear doing here? We Polish people like history. That's why Dominik Pasyga, Vicky Granicki can tell you all about that. In World War II, we actually had a bear that literally served in one of the Polish armies. Crazy. So, this is Wojtek the bear with these Polish scouts next to it. So, enough of that. What do I want to talk about? You might know somebody here, I won't point, but I'll wink, who might tell you how Chicago is the greatest city in the world. And recently, one of our mutual friends, Crystal Gardner, she is actually someone who, her father worked at the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District for many years, a dear friend of Senator Martwick, mine, and the mayor. And she posted on there, Happy Polish American Heritage Month. That is a beautiful thing, because here in Chicago, the city where you can travel the world in 80 blocks, it's not just Polish people that celebrate the Polish community. You have folks where their roots go to the American South, their roots go to Belarus, their roots go to China, Haiti, India, Latin America. We all come together as Polish Americans the same way that we come together with our other neighbors when they celebrate their beautiful festivities. And so, without further ado, let me introduce you to the mayor of the greatest city in the world, the city of Chicago, Mayor Brandon Johnson.
Well, thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you for that introduction, and good afternoon, everyone. I am truly honored to be with you all this afternoon as we celebrate now for the second year the Polish American Heritage Month and celebrating the indelible contributions that Polish Americans have made to our fabulous city. You know, it's good to have partners who understand that our collective struggle is what makes our city the remarkable city that it is. And to my colleague and my partner who has really helped transform this city, because in another week, the city of Chicago will do something for the first time in its history, and that's elect members to the Board of Education. That doesn't happen without State Senator Rob Martwick. As many of you all know, Chicago is the proud home of the largest Polish population outside of Poland. As we are certainly grateful for that fact, and we are lucky enough to experience all that which comes with the Polish American experience, from its delicious food to its incredible contributions to our business community, to politics, to finances, to medicine. I'm grateful to be the mayor of a city with such a rich history. From the earliest days, Polish Americans have greatly contributed to the overall cultural landscape of our diverse city and our country. And that is why I'm proud of our city's long history and the strong relationship that we do have with Poland. In fact, Warsaw, Poland was Chicago's first sister city, and today we have connections and we have partnered with 28 cities around the world, but we got started in Warsaw. So I'm grateful that I have dual citizenship. Thank you. There's one person who's going to vote for me in Warsaw. Thank you, sir. Thank you. But we celebrate the Polish American Heritage Month because it's important that we remember and honor those that have come before us. And we talk about our beloved General Kazimierz Pulaski, who of course we know played an incredible role in our nation's fight for independence. But we also have to lift up the millions of Polish Americans who have bravely fought for our collective freedom, for social justice and equity throughout our country's birth and growth, including, of course, those that are here today from the Polish Legion of American Veterans. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your fight. You know, we see that fight continue with that fighting spirit with our dear brother, you know, affectionately known as Pogo. You know, Daniel was a true leader in his community, but he's also a champion for the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois. I'm not mayor of the city of Chicago if Daniel is not knocking on doors in the neighborhoods that had to get to know me. So thank you, Daniel. Thank you to Alderman Martwick. I'm sorry. Uh-oh. Well, there you have the controversy. To Senator Martwick, but also to the executive director of the Polish American Chamber of Commerce, Bogdan Puksta. Thank you for your leadership and support. And all of the organizations that Daniel tried to lift up. You know, in the mayor's office, you know, we have a Polish Engagement Council, and this is part of an overall strategy to engage multiple communities. But I want you to know that we're not just celebrating the existence of Polish Americans and to those who claim the homeland around the globe. This is really about the contributions that you make. I talk a lot about what it means to be a part of this amazing city. But what makes our city so remarkable is that we have so much soul. And that soul, of course, is imbibed in the work that Polish Americans have contributed to in this city. And so, as you know, there was my chief of staff who led the state effort to make sure that we designated Milwaukee Avenue as the Polish Heritage Corridor. We're grateful that this corridor is not just a symbol of resistance and existence, but it's a symbol of hope and aspirations. And so last week, my administration installed 5 new Polish Heritage Corridor signs to bring greater recognition to our Polish community. And I just want you to know in closing, I've earned the official name of Brandonski, and don't let anybody ever tell you anything differently. So I fully expect the street to be named after me, Brandonski Drive. No, I'm teasing. But, you know, I'm grateful to the support of the 30th Ward Alderwoman Ruth Cruz with our Polish communities hosting an unveiling ceremony at Belmont and Milwaukee Avenue. It's these exciting developments that helps to keep the vibrant history and culture and traditions of the Polish community in Poland alive. And we're going to make sure that we keep these traditions alive for generations to come. It's important for events like this for us all to come together to share our stories and our history and traditions while also showing how we are connected to one another. And despite the politics of today, let's make sure that the city of Chicago, that we always show our strength and our diversity. And so happy Polish American Heritage Month to everyone. Let's continue to celebrate and build a better, stronger, safer Chicago. God bless you all, and God bless the greatest freaking city in the world, the city of Chicago. Thank you very much.
Alderwoman Garza. Everyone, give a round of applause for Alderwoman Sue Sadlowski Garza. A long-time labor leader and daughter of Peg and Sadlowski Garza.